This is Red by Mark Rutterford. Grey. A grey man. A small grey man with nothing to say. Quiet and reserved. Fitting in more than standing out. An unconscious choice, if it was a choice at all. Just a way of being. Conscientious. Reliable. Nice. Best not to stand out. Best to hide behind glasses. Big glasses. Not sure of myself to make a bolder statement than that. To live a life of colour. To commit to being more than the grey. Not unhappy. Not alone. Not wanting for anything much either. But not blue. Blue. A blue boy. A true blue boy. From sky to socks at all points in between. Curious and optimistic. Fascinated by fireworks. Enchanted by snow. Helpful and hopeful and shy. So much so with girls and new people. Fitting in more than standing out. A conscious choice because London was a bit of a shock to my 7-year-old self and had a lot more concrete and a lot more people. A brilliant mix of people, voices, colours and cultures. But not all of the people were kind. That took a bit of getting used to. Idealistic? For sure. Naive? Still. Wanting for little, except a sense of purpose and belonging. But centred in my blue, from boyhood and beyond, a strong colour, a constant, a comfort and a cornerstone. I knew what I stood for when I was blue, and for all the adolescent bullshit and bluster, clear about who I was, and open to who I might become. It felt right. Not pale or watery, but royal and electric. The blue. Not me, you understand. Rich and enticing and sure and good and true. Not red. Red was a little bold, I thought. For other people. Then red. A red heart, a bold red heart, with lots to say and much to do. Enthralled, emboldened and brave. Still shy. You knew that, right? So there was a whole year of writing letters sent all of 8 miles away until we met again. Then throwing snowballs and falling downstairs and jumping on buses and a jack-in-the-box and a music box and more. I put an advert in the paper to tell her she was beautiful. It was like blue, only more exciting. And there was kissing. I drove a Mini. That was blue too, except it had a white bonnet and a smile. And so did I. Then yellow. A yellow mist. A sneaky yellow mist that made me wet. Yellow for the calls I didn't make, the things I didn't do and the words I didn't say. For the springtime hopes each year that were so beautiful and distant, they made me cry. Before being tattered by rain that washed away another set of dreams. Year after year. My colours bleached like driftwood, smooth, but without hue. No colour here. No reds. No blue. Grey. A grey man. A small grey man. A smaller grey man than before, buffeted and crumpled and with a body of evidence to refute self-belief, not so much cast adrift as evaporated, with just a small stain of confidence, long since spilled, as a reminder of what is no more. As strong and translucent as a rice paper boat, I sank and drowned a barnacled wreck, before rediscovering music and the spattering of colours on a canvas so grey it might be black, singing and dancing, not in tune or in time, and not, you'll be relieved, tonight. In shock and in joy with such long-lost friends, I did a lot of jumping up and down and found there was glitter in my snow globe, colourful and shiny, purple for sure, with purpose and certainty and strength. A go for it gene at last, at least on paper or at a gig. Red, that too, in rushes between me and my cheeks. It felt like happiness, it felt like love, and it felt like it was everything. But I was wrong, so wrong. There was more. There was writing, a long-lapsed religion, a liberation, a joy, and more than the black and white of words on paper, there was the unfolding, the unfurling, and the unravelling that followed. More than the tears of loss and its opposite, and the lifting weight of things I could finally let out. There was the telling of a story. One Friday night, 1 year, made magical by people like you and you and you, the organisers, the supporters, front of house, back office, sound, lighting and tech, the watchers, the listeners, the fellow writers, performers. Oh, it might seem like a little thing on a weekday night in lockdown, but it was red, and it was huge, and it was everything. It is everything. You are everything, including a prediction at the end of that tale. You are more colours than I have ever known, more life than I have ever lived, more happiness than snow, and even more than chocolate buttons, which is a very great deal indeed. I love you. I love the telling of stories to people like you in places like this, whether this is a festival stage, a cafe, a bar, a radio, or your living room. It is my rebellion, my release, my rationale, and my insanity. It's changed my DNA. It's messed up real life for all of time, and I am more grateful than I can say. But it's not just about me. It's about you too. All of you. The singers, the dancers, the artists, the actors, poets of all descriptions, writers and musicians, performers. Red hearts, bold red hearts, broken, mended, open hearts that run deeper than the grey, brave and with a voice at last, full and overflowing. Us. Red. From that day to this, from this day until our last, the best thing ever on nights like tonight. Truer than blue, more exciting than purple, all of the colours and more. It is, I am, we are all red.